Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to install auto movers on a Infanta Enkulu 3. The Enkulu 3s can't take the Ewiks manual movers, they only take the auto movers as far as I know, and that is exactly what we're going to install. So this is it. We've installed quite a few of these already, but we're going to go through the whole process today and show you guys exactly how we get this done. Let's have a look quickly and see what we get in these boxes. When you get the auto kit, you're going to get two boxes. I'm going to take everything out quickly and just pack it out so you guys can see, and then I will go through everything that's in it. Let's move that box out of the way, and then there's another box here. Alrighty, okay, so let's start with the relay box. This is the relay box. So it's very simple. This is where you're going to put the power, left mover, right mover, and then there are 4 pins there that will slide on with a little lug on to those 4, and those 4 are for the actuator to move the mover towards and away from the wheel, not the actual rolling. Anyway, so this is simple to wire up. And then we've got a little wire. This wire, I have spoken about this wire in previous videos. This you plug in front like this. There's a little hole, and this only works on the auto kit. This doesn't work on the manuals. And then this plugs right in front here in the relay box, as you can see there. And then you can use this remote, because this cable will give it power. Only power. It's not communication cables. It's only a power cable. It's still wireless. The signal, but at least if you've got flat batteries, you are able to use it like this. I'm going to just take this out for a moment, and then we've got the little antenna, which I'm going to just grab out of here. And the little antenna has got the base has got a little magnetic backing. So let's just stick this on here quickly, and then it screws in, and that's it. The little connector that you use, you're going to put it on the relay box. On the other side, you're just going to put it on and then just screw it in until it's nice and tight. And you don't have to use a spanner, you can just finger tighten it. If you're going to use a spanner, you're going to end up damaging things. And then obviously there's a long cable on this, and you can put this wherever, and we'll show you guys where we're going to put this on once we're done. But that's it. So this is the little antenna, and it goes onto the relay box. And then we've got the switch to switch it on and off, and you've got your key that you have to switch on to get it on, and switch it off while you're not using it. Can you leave it on? These are recommended to be switched off, but I suppose if you want to leave it on, it's up to you what you want to do. If you're not going to press buttons on the remote, the movers are not going to work, and the remote does have a on and off switch here on the side as well, so that you can switch it on and off, so you can switch it off. Anyway, so that's that. And then this has got 2 little thing for the cables to come in, so that you can't short something out easily. We'll show you guys where we're going to put this as well. And then the batteries for the remote. Then we've got the 2 cables. These 2 cables run from the mover into the Caravan into this box here. So if I open this is going to fit basically there and there, and this one's going to fit on the other side. And obviously then this is going to run through the Caravan, through the floor, wherever. And then these 2 plugs here, they're going to plug onto the mover itself. There are 2 plugs that you plug it into, and if you plug it in one way, it will go forwards. If you plug it in the other way, it'll go backwards. So if you've got it on and it's going the wrong way, just take these cables, just swap them around. Or you can even just swap the 2 around that are here. You can just swap them around like that. It'll do the same thing. It's just polarity. You can just change it. Nothing's gonna blow, easy like that. So there's 2 of these, and then this is for the power. Now there are more cables here than you need, so Ewiks does give a few. Alright, so what we have here is there is a short one. There's a short red one, and then you've got another red one which is a little bit longer, and then there's another one which is also a little bit longer. and then you've got only one black one. So the black one is going to go from the relay box straight onto the negative side of the battery. And then the positive side, you're going to put one side on the positive, one of them is going to go onto the one side of this, and then you're going to have the other side of it going on the other side, and then that's the other end is going to go to the battery, so that you can switch it on and off completely. And that's it for that. And then the last thing is this little thing here. Okay, so this little thing is a 7 and an 8, and you've got your little pin to put through. If your mover, let me get a mover, I'll be back in a minute. This is the motor that will roll the actual Caravan forward. This wheel will turn, and this is the motor for that. And then you've got another motor which is inside here. Let me turn it in there. It's inside that there, and that is called the actuator motor. The actuator motor is the motor that will move the mover towards the caravan, or rather towards the wheel and away from the wheel, in order for you to get traction so you can use it. So what we need to do in order to release your mover manually when your remote has run out of power or your caravan battery has run out of power, you can take a little screwdriver, open the back end like that, there we go. Now that it's out, we're going to put this in, and then you're going to put that in there, so you've got some. Now you can turn it. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me move my microphone closer. Alright, so when you turn this around, you're actually going to bring the whole mover back or forward, depending on the direction that you're turning it. So you can totally manually move the mover away from the wheel. I don't think you're going to want to move it towards the wheel, because if you do that, you don't have power, and then it's not going to work anyway. So you're going to turn it away. If you have a problem, you can. This is the tool that Ewiks supplies. I almost want to say, get yourself a small socket and a ratchet, a size 7, with a small extension. That will be much easier to do. Instead of turning it like this, you can just ratchet it. It'll be much easier, although you should not really ever need this. This is only for emergencies, but it is supplied. So that is the mover explained, and then obviously you have a rubber flap there at the back. But if you guys have any questions, my details will be in the description below. So if you guys want to contact me, if you're interested in movers, you guys can contact me. If you're not in the area that I install movers, then you can still phone me, and I can see where I can direct you, or you can phone Ewiks direct and ask them who can install where. But you're welcome to contact me. My details will be there. We're going to put the movers here and drill holes there and there, and then there's already a big hole here, but we're gonna make another one there, because we have to get the spanner in to tighten the bolt, which will attach to the mover. So let's get that here quickly and drill some holes, and we'll show you guys once that's done. Okay, so we got our 2 holes that are going to go onto the movers, and there's a big hole here that we're going to use for the spanner. So when we put the bolt in here, it will hold the head of the bolts so that we can tighten it, but we don't have one here. So we're going to make a hole here as well, in order for us to get the spanner in to hold the nut. So let's get that done quickly. Okay, well, there's the hole. It's definitely not the prettiest holes, but it doesn't have to be pretty, it must be practical. All it needs to do is get the spanner in there in order for us to do that, and that can obviously work. So we're going to fit the mover, and then we're going to see what we need to do here. We've got a bracket that we fit here to hold on to, and that box that we removed was in the way of that. So we are going to fit it exactly, and then after that we'll see what we're going to do to protect this. But let's get that done. Alright, mover installed. And as we can see there's a nut on either side there in front that holds this up to this structure there. And if we move back, let me move back a bit, then we can see that we've got this bracket, which is an L bracket, up to all the way up to there, and it's got 2 bolts holding it in that position, and then the back end of the bracket is just bolted onto this L bracket to keep it in place, not to move up and down. And then anyways, see that there is, I don't know if you guys can see it, let me just move the camera a bit. There we go. This is the little thing that you're going to have to take out in order to put the tool into to move the mover away from the tire if your battery is flat, so that if you haven't got the use of the remote, you can do it manually. And this is the little thing that you take off and stick it in. I did show you the tool for that. Alright, well, this is done. Both movers are installed, both sides actually. Let me just get this out. Obviously the movers are not set in properly yet, they're just attached. That is the height of it. So we are now going to finish up with the electricals inside, and then once that is done, we'll connect everything and then we'll move it away from the tire to make sure everything works 100%. Inside we've got the relay box mounted over there, we've got the switch mounted over there, we've got 2 cables that are going to connect to the battery over there, and then either side of the black and red cable we're going to have 2 cables coming down, and they're probably going to route all the way there and back and then all the way in there, and that's probably where we're going to end up making the hole, which we are probably almost ready to do. And then there's a little antenna on the floor that we're going to install that as well. So we're going to get that installed quickly, and then I'll give you guys a rundown quickly what happened here. Relay box, this goes to the antenna, this is left hand mover, power, right hand mover, and this is for the 2 actuators for the left and the right hand mover that will move the rollers towards and away from the tires. And this little thing here is a thing that goes into the remote. I'm going to leave it cable tied and also like this, because if you are going to look for it you might not remember where it is, so I just leave it plugged in like this, and then that's where it is. Alright, so the red cable goes through there, and then it goes to the switch here. So we got the relay box, and then it comes to the switch. You can hear the beep, and the beep says let's go, and then we're ready to go. And then obviously the red and the black cable goes to the battery there on that side. Okay, and that is basically it. The cable goes, the slack, we put the slack behind here, otherwise it's going to look ugly somewhere else and it's hidden away. But we've got the cable in that, and that goes all the way through, and there's the cable there. There's all the, okay, so goes through and there and all the way in there. And then we've got the little cable that we've got running there, that's the antenna. I'm going to put it somewhere in a minute, but that's it, done. We just need to clean up here, and then it's all good. We've got the remote, and Ewiks doesn't have a little holder at the moment, so when we have, I've got a 3D printer, and sometimes I print enough and sometimes I don't have, but at the moment I have, it's a little remote holder that we 3D print and we give them away to customers that we install for, and that just clips in, and that's it. So I've got some double-sided tape on it, so we're just gonna stick it somewhere around here, and the customer can obviously change it and put it wherever he wants later, because it's just double-sided tape. But you know, when you open the door, you want it, you know, easily accessible, so we're gonna stick it right there. Let me take that out, and there we go. Okay, perfect. So what you do is just clip it in, end of story, and there it is. This is to prevent it from slipping through, you know, off-road caravan, gravel road, things happen, so just a little bit of insurance. I haven't seen it fall through yet when we had it just like that, but it's better that way. Okay, and that's it. Let's see if we can move this caravan around. We're going to engage it, and I'm going to press that button there, and you're just going to hold it. It takes I suppose a good couple of seconds to actually get there, and you have to hold it. You can't just press and let it go. You have to hold it, until you hear the beeping sound from the relay box. I can hear the beeping. I don't know if my mic is picking it up. Okay, that's engaged. Obviously this will engage both sides at the same time. And if I now release the handbrake, which is over here, is all the feet up, no? Yeah, but it's up, it's fine. Okay, so we've got that foot there. It's not all the way up, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm gonna press the double forward, so go forward, and there it goes. Okay, so let me do this. Press the top left button, which is left hand side. I know you can't see it here, but I'm going to press that. That'll move the left hand wheel forward, causing the Caravan to turn right, and this is what's going to happen. So if you want to turn sharp, I'm going to top left, bottom right, right hand side and left hand side, in opposite directions at the same time, and then it will turn on its axle, just like that. Okay, let's go forward, let's go backwards. That's it, simple as that. So let's go over this again. Forward, we'll go both forward. If I want to turn, if I press the left hand wheel, it says LHS, which is left hand side. If I press that forward, it'll turn right. If you think of a steering wheel, if that one goes up, it's going to turn your steering wheel this way. So if I press that, the left hand one forward, it's going to turn right. If I press the right hand one forward, it's going to turn left. And that's how it works. And if I press both at the same time, nothing's going to happen, because you have to press that one. If you want to press both in opposite directions, obviously that's going to do what it did just now. Let's see if we can do a 360 spin with this. And that's it. Very simple. The remote is simple. Moving it, engaging it, disengaging it is simple. We are going to disengage it. What you need to do is first is let's go. Here's the handbrake. So I'm ready to disengage. Handbrake up first, because if you are on an incline and you disengage the movers, it might start running if you forget to put the handbrake up. I'm going to press the disengage button, and I'm going to hold it in. You're going to hear when the movers reach the end, and then a beep will follow. And there I can hear the beep. I don't know if the mic's picking it up. And then you can let go. And that's it, done. Remember to switch off your remote, otherwise your battery might get flat. And batteries, if you haven't seen my other videos, it's 2 pen lights. It's AA batteries. So there we go. And that's it, done. On, little red light, off. This is a cutout. So if I put it on now and I move the moves forward. It's not going to go anywhere because it's not engaged, but it's going to spin. If you let go, it must stop. If it doesn't stop, let's say it keeps running, then you can press the middle button, hold it in. This will cancel the signal. Hold it in, you go in and just switch it off. And when you switch it off, obviously switch it back on and see if it's still going to continue running. This should never happen. I've never heard of it happening, but that's what that button is for. It is to block the signal so that you can switch it off if you have a problem. I hope you find this video valuable. We'll see you on the next one.